Hi team, good to see you again. It's Monday today, and we've just been given this amazing tool to have a play with, and it is Gemini for Google. And so I thought I'd just run through a couple of things I've already figured out with regards to it that might possibly be of help. Now, if we're doing meetings, we can very quickly set meeting notes. See, this is Gemini sitting up in here. We can also access Gemini and ask it questions about the documents as well, so that's awful handy because it's within the actual program itself. So this is just in Google Docs. So if I want to do some meeting notes, ta-da, they can be there. Or if I want it to help me write something specific, it can help me with that. Or if I want it to help me create a document, and so it's going to give me some ideas here, all right? Or I will tell it what I want it to do. And what I saw was if you click on the More button, so down here, these are all possibles. So AI summaries, summary there to put in, meeting notes, email drafts, that's always a useful one, task trackers. So if you're doing any sort of project management work, and we're going to have a look at that in a minute, even just as a teacher, just as a general teacher, trying to fit it in as to when things get done. Communications, AI summaries, as I said, email drafts, polls, set up polls for people. Not quite sure why you would want that at this point, but meetings, calendar events, meeting notes, decision logs, very useful things, detailed decision logs, so that includes files. When we get down to project management, you'll notice that it's got the task tracker that we saw. It's got a review tracker. That's quite helpful from a teaching point of view. A team directories, that's quite a useful thing again. Project assignment. So in here you can actually set the assignments, what the roles are, the projects that are being done, etc. That's amazing. I mean, just look at this. Look, project assets. You can put product roadmaps in there as well. Those of you who've done a little bit of project management, this is quite an amazing thing. A content launch tracker. So if you are a content creator, right, when is it going? What is it going to be? What's going to happen? When is it going to be published? All of those sorts of ideas that could be in there too. That's a clever way to approach that as well. Contact lists, very straightforward. There's your contact list there. If it's job applicants, for example, then it's a way to keep track of those job applicants, CVs, etc., or sales contacts. So all of the businesses that you deal with. That's quite a helpful one. Coding. Now, I'm not a computer science guy, but apparently this creates Python code blocks inside the Google Doc. Whatever that does. Have not tried that. Then it's got something called custom building blocks. So all of that looks really awesome, right? And if you went to, let's go to help me write, then it comes up with a prompt. So you might say, as an experienced IB economics teacher, if you spell it right, that would be a help. Produce a review document about fiscal and monetary policy, including real life examples, common errors learners make, questions, and suggested solutions. See how well it does this. Now, what I have found is that sometimes I've asked it to do things that it hasn't got the capability of doing it, and it will tell you. It will say, I cannot do this, right? But let's see if it can do this. I'll be quite impressed. All right, let's see. So I haven't given it the syllabus. Oh, AI was doing something funny there. Didn't like the camera being on it. Right, so here it is. Oh, there's the tools. There's the examples. There it is. Common errors learners make. Questions. Okay, suggested solutions. Definition. There's the tools. Real life examples. Got a couple. Common errors learners make. Questions. Yeah, it's not great, but you can actually refine it. So you can then say, can you develop the questions to match more what they will So let's refine that and see what happens. Now, last time I did it, made my camera, oh, there it is. Camera roll goes all funny, which is quite interesting. All right, fiscal policy, monetary policy. Yeah, it hasn't really done much. It shortened it for some reason. So it's good. What it is doing is good. I'm not entirely convinced. Okay, so if I insert that, this is what you get. Very simple, very straightforward, but a little basic. All right. One I did earlier. All right. So this is one I did earlier. All right. And this was a flowchart transmission mechanism of monetary policy. So it did this very well. All right. So the interest rate channel, asset price channel, and then the exchange rate channel, as well as the credit channel. And it did it as a flowchart. So that was quite helpful. Kind of a flowchart. All right. And that's a bit more useful for students. Now, it's good. It is very good. Now, I've used it to help with some other things. It is inside all of your Google products. So, for example, if we go to, my face has disappeared. That's okay. If we go to Google Sheets and start a new Google Sheet, there I am. No, am I coming back again? There I am. Okay. Then it'll here, and it'll actually say, help me build a table. It'll start with pre-built tables, blank tables. There's event tasks, project management tasks again, content trackers. Because the marketing department must love that idea. Product prioritizing, so for business. There's one, again, HR recruitment. All right. You can also do event planning. I think this is a really important one. Event schedules, event guest lists, event vendors. So this can all be done now just within the sheets itself, with the AI building it basically for you. Customer contacts, customer opportunity. Here we go. There's those project management ones again. Travel planners. Oh, that's helpful. Product roadmap again. Probably don't need that so much here at school. Inventory management. I'm going to guess that's going to be quite important. Purchase orders, sales orders maybe. Again, there's back to recruitment. And team planner. Let's have a look. Team goals, team budgets, team resource planning. So there are some in here that are going to be quite helpful. Marketing. Ooh. Content tracker, we saw that. Campaign tracker and campaign results. It's an interesting one. So it will create all of these tables for you, and it does have a help create a table folder. So I'm going to ask it to help me create a table. All right. So let's ask it to create a table. Produce a comparison of GDP. Real GDP levels for countries of the world. Obviously, economics. It's useful for that. Let's see how well it does finding the information, and hopefully it'll produce a table. There it is. Real GDP. It's also got inflation rate, unemployment rate, and apparently a trade balance. There's the US, who's got US, China, Germany. Okay. Guess that was quite quick, wasn't it? And then all you have to do is just hit insert, and it will arrive in the table there for you. There it is. And then you can use it just as a normal table, which is very clever. You can actually ask more prompts. Can you use data to produce charts showing GDP levels? Let's see if it can actually produce charts on it. Several countries. Already in. It can be used to this, and there it is. And then I just hit insert and and bang, there it is. And again, it's just as it would be. I can drag it around. It's only up there because of the size of the screen at the moment. It's not necessarily interactive like it can be in some other programs that I've got, but I'm then able to use this information in other Google products. I can then transfer it perhaps to other Google products, or give it the data and then ask it questions about the data. I mean, in this case, it's relatively straightforward what we're looking at, but you could have some quite more complicated data. So that did it quite quickly, I would say. And it researched all of that information as well. Right, now that's what I was hoping for. It hasn't given me the URLs with regards to where it has found the information, but that's pretty good. I'm really quite impressed with that, and then we can turn it into a little spreadsheet and have it as a nice resource. All right, so that's my first little play with Gemini. I hope you have found this very helpful. Otherwise, hey Corneta, have a fantastic day. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help with the algorithm, and I'll see you next time.